now we're being joined virtually by our guest, Siji Adebiyi Benet. He is a social commentator. Good morning, and it's refreshing to have you on the program.
Good morning, and good morning to the viewers. I hope you can hear me loud and clear from the studio.
Crystal clear.
Yes, we can hear you. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, let's start off with this interesting story. It has to do with minimum wage. It says from the Vanguard newspaper, and it says, disquiet as federal government make selective payment. How would you react to this?
The first thing I had last week was that the arrears will be paid from end of June or July, because in the news it was reported that the arrears will be paid from July. So I wasn't sure if it was from end of June or from end of July. Then that came a bit strange to me, because the government had said the arrears will be paid from April, when the deliberations were going on with NLC, so that people could be rest assured, irrespective of when they were going to conclude the deliberations, that they will still have the arrears paid from April. And for selective payments, I'm not sure that can be done, because once it's agreed, be it from April, be it from June or July, everybody will get their money, especially when you are a federal government staff. It's just the state government that will have issues. So many of them are setting up committees now to look at the consequential adjustment, so that they can see where the bill leaves them in terms of, be it in blue or in red. So they will still get back to their NLC. But I love the approach the NLC wants to take this time around. It's not a total shutdown of the nation. Any state that finds it very difficult or wants to prove stubborn in paying the minimum wage, which is a law now, so it's like you're contravening the law. The NLC has said at that state level, all services will be shut down, which is a good way to go.
Absolutely, I agree. It's a good way to go. But let me draw your attention to one of the headlines on the front page of The Guardian. It's about the saga raging on in Rivers State. Pro-Wike and Fubara camp heading for climax ahead the LG polls. This thing about the problem between Wike and Fubara, how does it strike you, for starters?
It's in our country we have one day one drama or 1 week one drama. So you can never be bored.
Gosh.
Like a few days ago, it was the black guy. Then later it metamorphosed onto Twitter. Two musicians one musician was at it. Then now we're looking at Rivers State again. Rivers State always goes on interlude and then gets active again in terms of what they know how to do best. There's never been a time that Rivers State has been stable like that. They can have like an hiatus for a while, then things will rage on. From the days of Peter, when he wanted to hand over, and it was brought his cousin Celestine Umea, and then somebody that did not contest an election, didn't go for the primaries, was foisted on the people before Amici went to court and was given a mandate that he was given a judgment he did not even ask the Supreme Court to give to him. So that's what we have. But for Wike and Fubara, don't forget that the same Wike too had a running battle with the Muhammadu Buhari government, because Amici, his predecessor, was in that government. And during the elections, we saw videos of how allegedly soldiers were going into people's kitchen and arresting and harassing people. So those are the things that we see in Rivers State. Like someone said, it's like a cause for a predecessor and the successor. any successor to have like harmony. But we didn't know this would happen between Fubara and Wike.
Yeah.
Nobody saw it coming. The only hint was a friend that will say, this Fubara guy that was always quiet during the elections, does anybody knows his mind? So, but now it's showing it that he doesn't want to be a street to anybody, which I find very, very encouraging, which I like personally. You have to be your own man, you have to do your own project. Having said that, as an African person from every tribe and even the scriptures, the holy books, always tries to make us understand that ingratitude as well is not a good one. So there is wisdom. Wisdom is profitable to direct. I think it was too personal opinion. It was too hasty in the way he handled things. And I don't think a structure that puts you to power should be just rubbished immediately. There are ways to go about it. We've seen how it's been done. Governors will take time, will break that structure from inside, and it automatically, at the point in time, it becomes their own structure. I don't think, like I emphasized, personal opinion, that it was tactful enough in doing this. Then the second thing is when the president helped them to step into it did not cost him anything to represent that budget. That will have paid put to all the controversies we have now. Don't go yourself, send your deputy to go and represent to the 27 House of Assembly members, and that will have shifted it. There will be balance of power. I think what the president wanted to do at that time is, he knows the powers a governor has, wanted to give him time, wanted a balance of power, and for them at the end of the day to resolve their stuff in-house, so that it doesn't look like he is the one trying to interlope in the PDP affairs. But see where we are now. If I got back to Rivers State, people said don't grieve for anybody. So that's the 2024 slang, and he didn't grieve for anybody. Now nobody is grieving for him as well. So we have a long way to go in Rivers State. No matter what happens with the local government elections, don't forget that the appeal court and the Supreme Court will still make judgment on the position of the 27 lawmakers in that state. Once that declaration is made, and those lawmakers, if they are lucky, are said to be authentic lawmakers for Bara and Sinsu.
Wow.
All right. Going back to the question she asked, but I would like to ask further, what's at stake for them in this local government polls? Why are both of them at loggerheads? Is there any advantage? Is there something they are going to get out of this local government polls that they are both at loggerheads? So what's at stake for them?
A lot is at stake. The Supreme Court has ruled that local government, elected local government, democratically elected local government chairman should take should take charge of affairs of the local government. That if you are not elected, the FAAC does not even have the right to send money to that state. The allocations will be withheld. So now every governor needs loyalists, not only for political structure, but for economic leverage. Because the monies of the local government are going to the local government directly now. So if they're not your own people, they could look you in the face. And you cannot suspend them now like you used to do, because it is also in the law that you cannot suspend local government chairman again, unless you go through the normal process, like the way you suspend or you impeach a governor. So those things are there. So even Fubara, the people he's bringing in now, that have gone to APP, if tomorrow some of them do like the way he's doing to Wiki, it will be a problem. So he needs his own people he can trust to be in charge of those local government for political power and for economic leverage, because they have to synergize to develop the states together. Gone are the days when you can usurp the power of the local government, use the resources of the local government, and you don't give credits to the local government. You will see governors use local government funds to initiate and complete projects without acknowledging the local government. Everybody just says governor has tried, governor has built this, governor has done that. But it's not the governor's money, it's the local government's money. So those are the things that involve political structure, economic leverage.
You know, let me draw your attention to one of the stories right now that is, you know, on the front burner. The Iranian-Israeli war. It's not just Gaza versus Israel now. It's spreading. I know you're well-traveled, right? Does this concern you? Do you see Third World War loading, really?
On a lighter note, I know it's a national TV, so I should be careful with what I say. So, my green passport is always very handy, and I love my country a lot. So, so whenever you see that you can't, you don't understand what is going, just run back to Nigeria.
Yeah.
And when I run back to Nigeria, I won't stay in Lagos. I have a countryside.
Really?
I run to my state in Ekiti.
Ah.
So before anything gets to that place, that will take a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. That's very wise, I'm telling you.
Yeah, but seriously speaking, so I just laugh at people that, you know, test the passport and say bye-bye to Nigeria. You will need Nigeria one day. So, but the truth about it is, considering the fact that one has to be careful not to be seen as taking sides or not representing the premise or position of one's country, the United Nations have been made to be more of the powers have been really undermined.
Siji, can you hold their thoughts? We have a call. Abu from Kaduna. Abu from Kaduna, quickly go ahead in less than a minute. Abu, we're struggling to hear you. Can you please speak up? Abu, are you there?
Hello?
Yes, good morning. Go ahead.
I'm here. Please rectify that normally, please.
Abu, can you please come again? We did
Abu,
not get
repeat
that.
what you just said. What did you say?
We don't have words. There's no voice to this. Only the picture, no words.
Oh, you're battling with the audio. All right, very well noted. It will be fixed immediately. Thank you for bringing this to our notice. Thank you. Yes, we are on it. Thank you so much, Abu. We appreciate that. That was Abu all the way from Kaduna to say, guys, we are interested. Fix your audio. Thank you. Now, Siji, back to you. You were talking about the United Nations when you were alluding to the Iranian-Israeli war.
Yeah. So because there was a report that came out 2 days ago that Hezbollah Lebanon had already initiated a 21-day ceasefire with Israel before Israel started pounding Lebanon. And the United States have to rein in Israel for the peace of the Middle East. We're not talking about Lebanon, Gaza, Israel only now. Iran is ready to go all out. And if Iran cannot face Israel directly, if it's becoming too difficult for them, they will pick on soft spots. They've said it before. They will pick on USA's infrastructures and institutions in Iraq and in the Middle East. So there is an adage in my dialect that says a powerful man can secure himself and put himself in a kind of protective cocoon. But will he be able to put his children into that cocoon as well? So soft spots are what these people will look at. You don't know the extent of what they know and what they have. I was listening to a professor from Iran yesterday, and he said when Israel attacked them, when US attacked them the last time, what did they do? They decentralized their security infrastructure, they decentralized their nuclear capability infrastructure so that everything is all around Iran. It's not in one place only. So that you cannot. So they learned from that time. So that's why the USA has been managing them. They know this. They have satellites. And that's why they try as much as possible to make Israel, to control Israel. Because most times when Israel also says, we will eat Iran back, they just do a bit of stuff and everybody forgets about it. It becomes 1-1 and people forget about it. So that's the balance of power that's happening there. But in this case, if Israel tries to do much more like what they're doing in Lebanon, if they try to do it in Iran, it won't be peaceful for the Middle East. And a Middle East that is not peaceful is a world that is not peaceful. Ukraine and Russia are trying to come to the negotiating table now after years of pounding each other. And we know where all this also stemmed from. So these are the things that we need. We need peace in the world now. We don't need war.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, in less than a minute before we go, I'd like to bring your attention to this. This is from the Guardian newspaper. It says, your days are numbered, says federal government, as bandits dare Tinubu and ECOWAS 5,000-man force. With this ECOWAS coming in with a 5,000-man force, do you see a different result?
We're seeing different results already. I wonder why it took us a long time like this. People have been championing holistic approach from every angle. From you bombard the 7 states, you attack them from all fronts. So with ECOWAS coming in, because we're at war, I don't know why we refuse to acknowledge that on time. Be it Boko Haram, be it banditry, this is war. So, and don't forget that even Bello Tuji, that has been talking for a long time, his boss was killed a few days ago, or weeks ago. So they get in the fire. So when you see them talking like this, trying to tone down their rhetorics, it is getting to them. So one escaped the other time because a police officer allegedly rescued him, took him to a nurse. After it was hit. So we've been saying the involvement of the Nigerian military in terms of getting more or eating them harder, and we should continue that way.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Siji, Adebiyi, Benet. You have been amazing. You have been brilliant, of course, and we do appreciate your thoughts on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.